In the turbulent years following Texas' independence from Mexico, the borderlands between the Rio Grande and the Nueces River were a powder keg of tension, ambition, and bloodshed. Among the many stories of bravery and tragedy from this era, few are as haunting as the Mier Expedition and the Dawson Massacre. It was late 1842, Mexican forces refusing to recognize the Rio Grande as the Texas southern border launched raids into the Texan territory. In response, the Republic of Texas authorized a retaliatory force, volunteers, not soldiers, to pursue the invaders across the border. This force, led by Colonel William S. Fisher, was part of what became known as the Mier Expedition. Their target, the Mexican town of Mier, just across the Rio Grande. But the expedition was plagued by poor planning and lack of supplies and internal disagreements. Still, on Christmas Day, 1842, the Texans attacked Mier. Though outnumbered, they fought fiercely, inflicting heavy casualties. But the tide turned. After 2 days of brutal combat, the Texans were forced to surrender. Now prisoners of war, the Texans were marched hundreds of miles into the interior of Mexico. Some escaped, but were soon recaptured. And then came one of the darkest chapters in Texas history. In March 1843, President Santa Anna ordered a grim punishment. From a jar containing 176 beans, 17 black and 159 white, each prisoner would draw one. Those who drew black beans would be executed. 17 men were shot by firing squad. The rest were imprisoned, some for over a year. The black bean episode became a symbol of sacrifice and cruelty, etched into the memory of the young republic. But the tragedy didn't end there. Months earlier, in September 1842, another group of Texans had responded to a Mexican raid near San Antonio. Led by Captain Nicholas Dawson, 53 men rushed to aid their fellow citizens. They were ambushed by a much larger Mexican force. In the chaos, 36 Texans were killed, many after surrendering. Only a handful survived. The event became known as the Dawson Massacre. Today, the remains of those lost in both the Dawson Massacre and the Black Bean episode rest in the Monument Hill tomb near LaGrange, Texas, a solemn reminder of the cost of independence and the fragile peace that followed. The Mier Expedition and the Dawson Massacre are more than footnotes in Texas history. They are stories of courage, miscalculation, and the enduring struggle for identity in a land caught between two nations. Join your fellow Texans in honoring the volunteers that bravely fought and maintained freedom for Texas. Fly your flag on September 18th for Texas Heroes Day. Thank you.